The sun rose over Somerton Beach on December the 1st, 1948, casting a gentle light on a scene that would become one of Australia's most enduring mysteries. Propped against the sea wall, as if admiring the view, was the body of a well-dressed man. His suit was finely tailored, his shoes polished, but his lungs had drawn their last breath of the salt air hours before. No identification was found. The labels on his clothing had been carefully removed. In his pocket, a scrap of paper torn from a book bore two words, TAMÁM SHUD, Persian for ended or finished. The discovery sent a quiet chill through the Adelaide police force. This was not a case of a common drunk or a vagrant. The man was handsome, physically fit, with unusually large and widely spaced eyes. His teeth bore no dental work known to any local dentist. His fingerprints sparked no matches across the globe. He was a ghost, a blank space in a fine suit. The only clue that seemed to whisper of a story was the peculiar phrase, TAMÁM SHUD. The search for the book it was torn from became a desperate race against time. A nationwide appeal finally yielded the very volume, a rare copy of Edward Fitzgerald's Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. It was found in the back seat of an unlocked car not far from the beach, and in the back of that book, the mystery deepened. Faintly indented as if from another page was a sequence of letters, a code. It was not random. The groupings suggested a cipher. Alongside it, a local telephone number, scratched into the paper. The code, a string of letters that seemed to hold the secret to the man's identity and his tragic end, now lay in the hands of baffled detectives. The hunt for a name had become a puzzle that seemed to mock them from the grave. The investigation would take a startling turn, one that would introduce a woman in silence and a potential name whispered in shadows. The telephone number led to a young nurse named Jessica Thompson, who lived in a suburb a short walk from Somerton Beach. She was shown a plaster cast of the dead man's face. Her reaction was telling. She seemed to recognize him, but claimed, firmly and finally, that she did not know his name. Her denial hung in the air, heavy with unspoken knowledge. Detectives learned that, in the weeks before the body was found, a man matching the stranger's description had been seen lingering near her fence line. Had he come to see her? Was she the last connection to a life deliberately erased? Jessica Thompson's personal copy of the Rubaiyat was, she said, missing. The very book found in the car, she could not or would not confirm it was hers. The focus tightened on the cryptic code found within it. The letters were grouped in lines. WGWR, AB. Was it a spy's message? The last communication of a doomed man? Cryptographers from across the country pored over the sequences. Some believed it was a simple cipher, a letter shift code. Others argued it was a one-time pad, unbreakable without the key. The most promising leads dissolved like mist. The code resisted all efforts, becoming less a clue and more a monument to the unknown. The autopsy revealed the final grim piece of the puzzle. The man had died from a mysterious, undetectable poison, a substance so rare it suggested a professional hand. His spleen was massively enlarged, his organs flooded with blood. He had been in excellent health until the moment he chose, or was forced, to swallow death on that lonely beach. The combination of the erased identity, the poison, the coded message, and the beautiful silent nurse painted a picture not of a simple suicide, but of an espionage affair, a love story turned fatal, or both. The Somerton Man was not just a body, he was a closed book, written in a lost language. As the years passed, the case would not fade. It would attract theorists and detectives, all hoping to be the one to speak the name of the man from the sea wall. For decades, the case of the Somerton Man lay cold, but never forgotten. Jessica Thompson took her secrets to the grave, though on her deathbed she reportedly whispered a confession to knowing the man's identity, a claim forever unverified. The code, photocopied and distributed to amateur sleuths worldwide, became an obsession. Some believed it listed horses for an illegal betting ring. Others were convinced it named Soviet agents in a post-war spy network. Every few years, a new solution would surface, only to be picked apart by experts. The true meaning remained locked away, as silent as the man himself. The mystery seemed destined for eternity. Then, in the 21st century, a retired detective and a university professor pursued a radical idea: exhume the body for DNA testing. Advances in science might finally give the anonymous man a family tree. The process was long and legally difficult, but it represented the first real chance in over half a century to break the silence. The world watched, waiting for a genetic key to fit the lock. The story had survived on whispers and paper. Now it awaited the testimony of bones and cells. The Somerton Man's story is a true riddle of human identity, a chilling reminder of how a life can vanish into thin air, leaving only a tailored suit and a string of meaningless letters. It is a tale of lost love, possible betrayal, and shadowy secrets carried to a windswept shore. He is everyone and no one, a blank canvas onto which we project our deepest fears of being forgotten. His code endures, not as a puzzle to be solved, but as a ghostly echo from 1948, asking a question we still cannot answer: who am I? This case, and countless other enigmatic true stories, are explored in depth on the Truth Horror Stories YouTube channel. For documentaries that delve into the world's greatest unsolved mysteries, subscribe and join the investigation. The past is waiting to be understood.